Hi, everyone. Hi, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. My son's here trying to help me. So if you see his hand, he's just directing me where to go. Because I'm going live on both, which I haven't doing that. Okay. He's got to fix it. I'm sorry. It's frozen there. I'm trying to go live on 2 different platforms, so Facebook and YouTube. So you guys got to like bear with me, okay? It's not showing any. Am I live? Yes. There's one person. Okay. Hi. If you're here, come in the chat so I know you're here, okay? And say hi. This way I could talk to you guys. No, I can't see the comments. Oh, I'll be able to see the comments? Okay. Okay, so today we are going to be crafting. I'm just going to wait a couple more minutes to see more people pop on. Hi, Mom. It's not exactly 7 yet, so, well, yeah, it is 7. Seeing how many more people will pop on here. Hi, everybody. Say hi in the chat so I know you're here. I want to say hi to you guys. Make sure you're chatting. So what I'm doing is I'm going live on both Facebook and hi, Darlene, and on YouTube because I know some people don't like to use Facebook and some people don't like to use YouTube. So I'm doing both because I have a big following on YouTube. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be doing both. Okay. Seeing there. Hi. Hi, gaming sisters. Hello. Hello, everybody. It's nice to see you all. How's everybody doing this evening? How are you all doing this evening? Okay, so I'm going to start. So the first thing I'm going to be doing tonight is showing you I am going to start making kits and wood kits. And I'm sure you guys have seen others if you're watching a lot of people on YouTube or Facebook crafting live. They have these wood kits that they make, and that's what I'm going to start doing. And I'm going to start having the wood kits available in my store. So in my store, it's Etsy that I use. So that will be a link that you'll see down below. I will be putting that so that you guys can go there and check out what kits I have. But it's going to be like slow. I'm not going to be like putting a lot of stuff on there quickly. It's going to take a little bit of time. Just going to try it out and see. But I see if you guys like what I'm crafting, you may want to make it yourselves. So, but I will give you other alternatives as well if you didn't want to buy the kits or you just wanted to make something else with maybe something that you have. So what we're going to be doing tonight is I had a church cut out for me. So this is the church. This is a really good piece of wood here. This is premium, beautiful wood here. And this would be part of the kit, this right here. And then you'd also would be getting this. Now this is really cool plywood and it's already distressed. and looks really like vintage and like it's cracked wood. It looks like a white wash on there. I love this wood. It's so, so pretty. And you don't have to do anything to this. You can just leave it the way it is and you don't have to paint it. I mean, you could paint this piece to match this like that. Really, really simple. And then I have this piece here that we're going to be making the doors to the church. And then I also made a little cathedral window. And then these tiny ones that are going to go on there as well. And then those pieces are just cut thin wood that's cut. It's like basswood. And then this is just a laser cutted. It's like a laser cut star. So that's what we're going to be doing tonight. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to paint the main piece here. And I know it might be a little bit hard to see me, but this is all a new setup. So please, please bear with me. And I will try to do the best I can here, okay? So what I'm going to be using tonight is I'm going to be using my favorite color, crushed stone. Yes, I'm using it again. But this time I'm going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to go down with the actual plaster paint first. So this is plaster paint by Waverly. I'm going to use that first. Normally, when you're doing like a chippy effect, making it look old or antique, you normally would go down with a dark first, but I'm going to do the opposite tonight. And I'm going to hope it works. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start painting this whole piece with my plaster paint first. So I'm just using a regular brush. And usually sometimes I use a sponge. You guys see me use a sponge, but this time I'm going to use my brush. And I'm going to just cover this whole thing. I'm going to cover the sides, the top. To save time though, I won't cover the back on camera. I'll just do that on my own. Also, I wanted to let you guys know that I'm going to try to do more lives in the summer, but I'm also going to be putting on the website in my Etsy shop the stuff that I make. Okay, so if you didn't want to craft it or you didn't want to buy the craft kit, you can buy something already made and there you go. So it's up to you. But I'm going to have that on there too because I make a lot of stuff, you guys, and I usually do craft shows and I haven't been able to do too many craft shows lately, but I'm going to get back into it again probably this year when it gets closer to spring. But being that I have a lot of stuff that I don't need to hang on to because I make a lot of stuff. So you know how that goes. So hi, Kelly. My daughter's on here. So yeah, this is like, I really love this idea with the churches because it's getting close to Easter. And I think it's a really fun craft. And not just that, but you can keep this up all year round, guys. I mean, you keep it up all year round. And depending how you make it, the colors, if you're going to use neutral colors, I mean, you don't have to use the colors I'm using. You can use whatever colors you want. Like my one friend, she's doing hers a little bit different. And she's putting like some flowers on it too. She thinks she might do that. And yeah, so you could just, make it yours basically. But I really like doing the kit idea because I figure you guys are watching me. You might want to do it yourself, right? Make your own home decor. And spring and summer is really fun to craft because there's a lot of stuff you can make that you could keep around a lot, depending on where you live. If you live more down south, you keep a lot of the spring stuff and summer stuff up for pretty much most of the year. Because I know here in Florida, it doesn't start getting really bad here. Hi, Jim. Hi. Tell Asher, give him a kiss for me. So let me dry this. I know this is the boring part of the video when I got to dry everything, but I have to dry it to move on to the next step. So what is everybody doing this weekend? Any plans? Here where I live really close to the racetrack in Florida, and the Daytona 500 is this weekend, and they've been having races like since Friday, I think. And it's been absolutely crazy here. There's cars. It's absolutely insane. It's very, very busy here right now. And there's jets that keep flying over our house, and it's really loud, and it makes the dogs bark like every 2 minutes. Hi, Zoe. My kids are watching me too. I have a lot of kids, so they stay quiet for mom while I do my crafting, though. They're really good about it. So is anybody doing anything exciting this weekend? I'm not doing anything. I'm crafting. That's all I'm doing. Again, I have a couple of collabs that I'm in with some of my friends who also craft on here. And there's like a playlist. So you'll see there's a couple coming up next week that I'll be doing. So make sure you come check those out. Those are always on YouTube though, not on Facebook. And I love doing it. It's so much fun. So I think this is almost dry. It's taking a little bit longer to dry. See, when I don't use the sponge and I use the brush, the stuff does not dry quickly. It takes a little bit longer to dry it. Okay, so next I'm gonna go in with that color I love so much, the crushed stone. And like I said, I'm doing the opposite tonight. So I'm gonna do the light down first, then the dark color. But first we're gonna use remember the wax I told you, you could get the tea light candles and you just rub it all over the top of your project. And what that's gonna do is once you put the other coat on of paint, whatever color you choose to use, that's gonna give it that chippy look. Okay, so I want to make sure I get around the edges really good because I like my edges to be really, really, really good. I want it to look really rustic. Oops, that's the bottle. Okay, so now I'm going to use a sponge and go in with that. Actually, I might use a brush because it's not going to go down as good, I don't think. Oh, actually it is. And now I'm going to cover it with that. And this I'm probably going to do, well, I'm going to have to do 2 coats because we put the lighter color on the bottom and it's still coming through. So I'm going to have to do 2 coats. So I'm trying to look at the chat, you guys. What's going on? Is everybody still here? I know sometimes it freezes, so I have to like make sure that it's moving along here. Okay. There we go. Okay, so now I'm going to dry this. So that's 1 coat, and then I'm going to go in with another coat. But I mean, if you wanted to do this, this looks cool too. I like the way it looks right now. Like I'm liking it, but I'm still going to do it the other way. But I do like the way it looks right now. Now I do have to go along the sides of this as well with the darker color. I missed that, Jimmy. What'd you say? What about your shop? Yes, it's going to be in the Etsy shop. So the shop, I don't have the link yet because I don't have nothing in there yet. I'm going to start putting the churches in there, and I'm going to put a couple other things in there as well. Stuff that I've like already made. So you guys can check that out too. So see, I like that look. It kind of looks like a little bit of a wash. Kind of almost like a stain almost. I like it. But this is what you do though. Like you play around because with the colors and you put down like what you like normally a lot of times I would use I mostly use like the dark brown color. Like I'll use the burnt umber color, or I'll use Antique Wax. That's another one by Waverly. That's darker color that you could put on the bottom first and then do a light on top and then do the scraping. You could do it either way, but I decided to do it a little bit different tonight. I wanted to try something different. Thanks, Mom. I love the color too. Yeah, I know, Darlene. This is like such a great idea for Easter. I really like this idea with the churches. And I love making the church look like old and, you know, like an old church, like a really nice old church. With like the stone on it. I know up north, the church that we used to go to, it was a beautiful church. I don't even know if that church is still around. Mom, what was the name of the church? I can't remember. You went to school there. Because I'm from up north originally. I'm from Buffalo, New York. So that's me. That's where I grew up. And we used to go to this church all the time on the west side of Buffalo. And it was a Catholic church. And I can't believe I can't remember the name of the church. But I think we all went there. It was a pretty popular church. So now I'm doing the second coat on here. And then you're going to see what that wonderful wax is going to do. It's going to lift up when we scrape some of the color. Now, if you don't like the chippy look, just skip that part altogether. I always say that. So you guys know you don't have to do it like this. You could do it any way you want. I just like the old rustic look. Holy Angels. Yes, Holy Angels. I'm sure my cousin that's on here remembers that church. Holy Angels. That was the church. And it was a huge church. And the inside was very beautiful. It had all kinds of stuff on there. Aw, thank you so much, Crafty Sandy. Thank you. Yeah, so it's a beautiful church. It had these huge, beautiful windows, like the cathedral windows with like that stained glass. Really, really pretty church. And I used to go to, they called it CCD back then. I used to go to like, you know, the Christian church, I guess you call it. I don't know. But it was like CCD, they called it. But it was fun. And it was every Sunday. No, every Sunday, I think it was. Yeah. I don't remember. So now what we're going to do is, it was a long time ago. So now what I'm going to do is I am going to start scraping this. So this is when it's all painted and everything, okay? And I'm not going to go with a second coat on the sides because I like the way it looks. I like the washed look. So I really don't have to scrape the sides that much. And then I just take one of these from the Dollar Tree. I get these and I'm just going to scrape. And I know you guys seen me do this with the bunny last week, if you watched last week. And you don't have to go real hard because it's just going to lift up some of the paint and make it, give it that chippy look. And I love it. And then I just go along the sides too, a little bit more to make it more, even more. But this is going to give the church, make it look more like that stone look. And to look like it's a real church. Let me see, I just want a little bit more down here. Now, if you didn't want to use a scraper, you can also go in and use tape. And it does the same thing. You can use painter's tape. You can use any kind of tape, masking tape, whatever tape you got. You can even use packaging tape. And all you do is take a piece of it, stick it down and lift it up, and it'll lift up in the areas where it hit the wax the most. So there's the church so far. But see this, I don't need to do anything to this piece. So this is going to go right in front like this. It'll be straighter though. Sorry, I don't have it in the middle. Like that. And see, this already has that gray and that creamy white color. So it looks good. Because I didn't want to do the dark with and then put the light on top, because these two pieces would just clap. They would be, they wouldn't be separate. They would be like together. So it wouldn't look right. So that's why I did it the other way around. So next what I'm going to do is, I missed a side. I missed the top part. I was talking and I missed it. So I just got to paint this real quick. And I think I got everything else. Yep. Okay, so next what I'm going to do is put that aside. And now we're going to paint our little pieces. So I have this little piece. This is going to be the door. So what I want to do is I want to make this that stone color because I want it to be dark. I don't want it to be the same as this color here because you want it to stand out on your piece. So I'm going to color that paint it. Oh my God. Paint it, not color it. So I'm going to do that. And then you're going to see, I'm going to use these little wooden, they're so cute. They're little wooden, I'll show you, little wooden beads that came from the Dollar Tree. And I'm going to use those for my little knobs on my church. But I mean, you can use anything really. You know, just use your imagination. I was going to use pearls, but then I said, no, it's not going to be rustic enough for me with the pearls. So I decided to use those instead. Let's try this real quick. Thank you. How long have you been crafting for Crystal? I've been crafting for, well, I started scrapbooking first. And I liked scrapbooking. It was fun. And I learned a lot of techniques from scrapbooking, to be honest with you, that has a lot to do with painting and doing this type of stuff. So I learned that. And then I did that for about 2 years. And then I switched over to just doing this because I'm like, I really want to do this. So that's why I switched over and I just started crafting. And so I've been crafting for probably now altogether 5 years. About 5 years. So it's been a long time, long time. So now my windows, I think I'm going to do in the plaster color so they don't clash on my background of my church. So let me just get a little paintbrush here and paint those. And then once I get these painted, we'll be able to put everything together. This craft is really super easy today. It really is. I mean, and all these pieces, they just go all together so nicely that I absolutely love it. And I'm going to have more stuff too in my store. So you guys got to stay tuned. And I will announce it on YouTube and on Facebook when I put new stuff in the store so you guys could see it. And I'm also going to try and do a lot of it on my lives so you guys could see what I made with it. And then you can also go on YouTube too and see if I did any in some of my collabs, because I'm going to also try to do some in my collabs too, so you guys could see what I did with them, not just my lives. But I'm hoping I could do more lives because I like it. I really do I like, you know, being able to talk to you guys. Sorry, I keep looking all over the place because I have 2 cameras. I'm trying to keep track because I have 2 chats going here. Thank you. Yeah, this is I like doing the church. And I know there's a lot of them out there right now too that people are doing, and they're all so unique because everybody kind of, does their own take on it. And I like that. So now my windows, I'm going to do a lot of distressing with some of my dark wax that I use all the time. So I'm going to be doing that. Okay, I think I got all the painting done. So now what we're going to do is put this stuff together. But first, I want to use some dark wax. So I'm going to use the dark wax on this big piece here first. And I'm just going to do a little bit around the edges, just to kind of make it stand out a little bit and give it something a little extra. You guys know how much I love using my wax. I just think it makes everything look so much better. It gives it that nice rustic look, and that's what I love. You guys can probably see me. All I do is I put the wax. This is the wax I'm using. I should have showed you guys. And it's the Kills Dark Wax. And it is in my Amazon store. And then all I do is take a little stencil brush. This is from the Dollar Tree. I just dip it in the wax, and then I just go along. It's really hard to do it this way. I go along the edges, and then I just rub it with my finger. And all it does is give it a little bit of dark and definition to it. I think it looks really cool. And if you use too much and you put too much down, all you have to do is wipe it up with a baby wipe, and it comes right up because it's wax. So it wipes right up really easily. And I do have a little too much on here. Okay. So there it is with all the wax. See? So it gives it a little something extra. Now I'm going to do that on my door as well. I'm going to do it around the edges as well because I want my doors to look a little old. And now I'm trying to think, I think I'm going to put a line down the middle because I want the door to look like it's 2 doors, not 1. Because you know how you go into the church and there's 2 doors? It's like a big door. So that's what I want to do to this door. So I'm going to try and do that. And I'm going to show you how I do it in 1 second once I get all this dark wax on here. So now this made it look a little old, the door. And I love that look. I'm also going to do a little bit on top too. So I'm going to take a bigger stencil brush. And I'm just going to kind of like dab it on my mat. And then I'm going to kind of go over the top of it a little and rub it in. It's just going to make the door look a little aged. And that's what I want. Just like that. Really pretty. I like it. Needs a little more though. Okay. So that is my door. Now, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to take, I got these charcoal pencils, and you can get them really anywhere. And I'm going to use it, and I'm going to make a line down the center of the block for my door. I'm going to try and make it down the center. I think I want to do it this way. And then that's going to be like, make sure I get it in the center here. And that's going to be our little door. And for some reason, it's not working. What's going on? Huh. Hang on, guys. I'm sorry. I might need a different pen. It's not working. Oh. Now you could use a marker too. You don't have to use a charcoal pencil, but I happen to have them, so that's why I'm going to use it. No. It's not going to work. I think it's because of the paint. You can see it though. You can see it a little bit. See it? You just got to kind of work with it. But if you use a marker, just be careful because especially if it's a permanent marker, it's going to be harder to have it if you make a mistake. So just be really careful. I like it. I just wanted to show some type of separation on the door, and I think that's good. That's good enough. So it did work somewhat. Okay, so now I'm going to do a little bit around the windows too, because I want those to look old too. So I'm going to do just a little bit around the edges of each window. Because you kind of want like everything to kind of like pop, you know? You want that color to make it like stand out on the piece once you put it all together. And so I'm going to do that to each one. And I know there's a lot of pieces to this one, guys, but it's a church. You got to have the windows. You got to have the door. I mean, you want it to look like it all belongs together. Heat the pencil with the lighter. Good idea. That's what I should have did. Thank you. See, I need to learn too still, guys. I don't know. Usually the pencil works for me, though. That's weird that it didn't. But I don't have a lighter in front of me. Unless, wait a minute. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I have a lighter. Only these things, I always have trouble working these. I got it. Oh. You're a genius, Byron. Nope, not good enough yet. Really? I'm trying to do it. Now, if I had my acrylic pens, it would work really well. But this did work. It made it a little bit darker. So that did work. So if you have a lighter, use a lighter because it does work. But those charcoal pencils, I think I got those at the Dollar Tree though, guys. I really do. But it was a long time ago I got them there. I haven't seen those there in a long time. But also, I haven't been in that section of the Dollar Tree, like down that aisle where all the school supplies are and stuff. So I wouldn't know really if it was or not, if they still carried them or not. So now I'm going to try and go in between the little pieces here too, because I want to get a little bit of the dark wax on that as well. And then we can glue everything together. And it's going to look so cute. And this will stand on its own. So you don't need nothing. You don't have to worry about it standing up. It's not going to fall down. It stays up really nicely because the wood is nice and thick. Now, these pieces that I get cut out, that my friend cuts out for me, are not going to be perfect. There's going to be imperfections on there, guys. I don't want them to be perfect because I like the rustic look, as you all know, because I say it all the time. But yeah, it's not going to be completely straight, or, you're just not going to get that. So now what I'm doing is I'm using a baby wipe, and I'm kind of like, got to turn around, smearing it a little bit, that dark wax, because I want the window to look old. And I need a little more down the middle here. And you just keep playing with it till you get it how you like it. I mean, that's the key here. You just want to make sure and like I said, that dark wax, it's in my Amazon shop, which I believe my moderator listed the link to it. But that's where I get a lot of my supplies. If it's not from the Dollar Tree, it's from Amazon. Always from Amazon. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of go over a little bit over the little windows that I had, these ones. Now these guys, I cut out on my Cricut. I'm so excited. I have a Cricut that cuts wood, but it cuts thin wood. So it's like the basswood. But it's perfect for like these little pieces and stuff, that you would want to add to things like this, projects like this. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is start putting everything together. Oh, no, I'm not. I forgot. I want to put a little bit of dark wax around the edges of this. This piece right here, it comes like this. So remember that. That's what I love about this. You don't have to do nothing to it. It's such a great piece. And I love the colors and everything. And I have something else that I'm having cut out that you guys are, I hope you guys are going to like with this wood as well. So I'm just going along the edges with my stencil brush again. There were a lot of little pieces I had to do, guys, so. But no bow today. I'm not doing a bow today. Like I usually do. No bow today. Now you could do a bow if you wanted to, because I've seen a couple people do the churches and they put a bow around this piece. What they do is they wrap a piece of cheesecloth around here, which is really pretty too. And then they tie a bow, just a regular nice bow, in the center with the cheesecloth, and they let it hang. And then they put some greenery on each side, which I'm going to put a little bit of greenery on this, but just a little bit. And it's this Sweet Annie that I like using, that I get on Etsy. I love using that stuff. I just love it. Okay, so now I think, let me see here. I'm just going to put everything on here just to see what it looks like. Just to make sure I like it. And then, yep, I like it. The only thing is this piece, I want to make this a little bit darker. So I'm just going to use some of that dark wax, and I'm going to go over the top of it a little bit, just to give it a little bit more of a dark. It's a little bright for me, and that's why I'm doing this, but you don't have to do this. But I just kind of want it to match the windows. I want everything to kind of go together nicely. Okay, yep, I like that. So just a little bit. I didn't do much. And then when this is all done, I'll post it too here so you guys could see it. So you could see like how it looks all together and everything. Okay, so now I will put everything together. The little knobs that I'm going to use are the little beads. Now you can get these at is the name of it? Dollar Tree. They come like this. So they did have them for a while. I don't know if they still have them, guys, but what I'm going to do is I'm just going to dab them with my wax, my dark wax, and make them look old. I don't really want to paint them. I like the raw wood. I think it looks nice. So I'm just going to dab them with the wax. And I'm using a little skewer, and I stuck it through the little hole that's in them. And it keeps it still for you so you don't have to worry about, you know, it coming off or moving around too much like it is right now when I put it down. And then where's my other one? Oh no, I lost it. Oh, it's right here. Too much stuff on my desk. And don't mind the mess behind me, guys. I'm a crafter, and crafters are messy. A little bit. I am anyways. Okay, so there's our, I just want to make sure I get the one side. Okay, so there's our little knobs. So that's really simple to do. I wasn't sure if I was going to paint them, but I decided, I thought it was just easier just to give them, just to put the wax on them. I think that's perfect. Okay, so now we're going to put it all together. And I'm going to use wood glue and hot glue. And I use the wood super glue that you can get at the Dollar Tree. I love it. I swear by it. It works great. But now I found out about this other glue that I'm going to try and find that I think you get it at Lowe's, they said, and I want to try it. So what we're going to do is I'm going to take the big piece and I'm going to put a little bit of the wood glue on here. And then I'm going to use the hot glue. But if you don't have a hot glue gun, you can use any glue. You can use any glue that you know is going to stay on there really well. Use super glue. Dollar Tree has adhesive glue now. They have lots of glue that you can use. Okay, so there's that. Now I'm going to put my door on. And I'm just going to use a little bit of glue here. And then around both sides. And then put the door down. Oh, I really like the way this looks. And now we're going to put the window. Now the window, I'm just going to use the hot glue. I'm not going to use because it's a light wood. It's not going to come off. I don't have to worry about it breaking. The only thing though is that with the hot glue, you have to go really fast because it dries really quick. If you don't want that. So I'm going to put my window on. Oh, this looks so cute. I love it. That's what it looks like so far. Isn't that pretty? I love it. And next, I'm going to put the little arch windows here that I have. And I'm just going to put those on each side of the other piece here. I just want to make sure they're even. There we go. And then we're going to go on our little knobs. And then I'm going to put my little cross on the top. And then I'm going to take some of my Sweet Annie. Of this stuff. And I'm going to hang a little bit like above the door. So I'm going to cut a couple pieces off. Scissors. And then I'm going to like take a piece of twine, which you'll see in a second, and I'm going to tie it all together. But I love this Sweet Annie. And if you guys want to know, like, all you do is search Sweet Annie on Etsy, and you'll see it'll come up. I don't know if this piece is too long. I think I got to get a smaller piece. Let me put that one back. I think I need one more. Let's see. I need a small piece. Now this stuff is really like fragile. it like will fall apart really easily. So you just got to be like a little gentle with it. You don't want to be like being real rough with it because all the little beads will fall off. But I really love using it. So I'm going to take a piece of twine, and all I'm going to do is put my finger protectors on because I always burn my fingers. But that's how you know you're a true crafter, because that's what happens. But these finger protectors you get right at the Dollar Tree. They have them all the time. And I'm just going to gather them together like this. And then I'm going to put a little bit of hot glue. Take my twine and just set it on there. And I'm going to wrap it around the top of it just to keep them together. And I got glue falling everywhere. And I'm just going to wrap like so. I got to take these off now. Just so you have them like bundled together like that. And then what you do is you just take a little more hot glue and put it on there so that they stay together. And I just glue the twine on top like so. Just like that. And then you just cut the excess off like so. And you got your little bundle like that. And then I'm going to put on the top, and I got it everywhere. There we go. Okay, so first I'm going to put my cross up top. Oop, I dropped my scissors. Put the cross up here on the tippy top of our church. And I like these laser cut crosses. You get them at the Dollar Tree, so they're really, really good to have. And then I'm just going to put my little knobs on. For the door. And I think I'm going to put a darker. Make sure it goes on. Sorry, I'm concentrating, guys. Sorry. I have to concentrate. Okay, so there's the door. And then I'm going to put my little bundle right. Let's see. I'm just going to put it almost close to the tippy top of the second little, it looks like a little house. Like that. Just like that. What do you guys think? I think it looks really nice. I like it. I really like it. It's so pretty. What do you guys think? Tell me what you think. I want to hear it. Do you guys like it? I think it turned out really cute. But like I said, this stuff is going to be in the store. So if you guys want to make one yourself, you can go there and it'll be clicked. I will have it on my Facebook page. I just have to get everything, pictures taken and put everything up for you guys so you guys can see it. And then I'm also going to have stuff that I make. So you'll see this on there and some of the other stuff that you saw me craft with already here. And then, yeah, you'll see the link. It'll be the Etsy shop and it's called Krista's Crafty Designs. And that will be there. And then you guys can just click on it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks, everybody. I'm so glad you like it. I love it. So yeah, go check it out. I will put a post when I have stuff in there, and I will put it here on YouTube And I will also put it on Facebook so you guys know and you'll see the links. And thanks for coming, guys. I hope to see you guys again next Friday. Next Friday, I'm going to be doing another Easter one because we're getting close to Easter. So pretty soon. I can't believe how fast it's going. But I'll see you guys again next time. Have a good one. Bye.